Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nerds to Human, and welcome back to our SPQR Not So Pacifist campaign. And you join us today outside Arretium, where last time I got a little bit cocky and ruined everything. So, our army got completely obliterated apart from this unit of onagers, which was sat in the city. Luckily, we had a few units in Rome, but we've managed to reinforce it and send a couple extra units up here. We are under siege from the force that survived the final battle of last episode. But we need to clear those guys off with a small amount of force we have, particularly before these guys turn up. And they can crack it down straight away. Not sure how we're going to survive that second battle, but we can try. We've got a few more units who can't make it all the way. A few more down from the south here. So we're going to send all those in to help us pretty soon. Everywhere's completely empty. We're stretched, to say the least. Anyway, we've managed to get just all of our forces from Tarentum over towards Apollonia, so we're going to go crack down the door here first and foremost. Just Cnaeus Crispus over here, and to be honest, we're just going to want to resolve this. Simple enough a victory for us. A few dead, not a lot more than that. So with that, we have a foothold in Greece, of course, and with that we can start moving ever onwards. A little bit of damage to the town, but not a lot, all things considered. So from here, where do you want to go? There are a few troops in this direction, so I might just try and pick them off. Some of these cities off first and foremost. Now, we can't go very far this turn, so probably best to just, hover the boat here, get on the boat, you're safe in the dock, and we'll wait around till next turn. In the meantime then, again, good infrastructure in the town, which is marvellous. We get one unit of legionary cohort just to get us going, and we'll probably basic Shrine to Aphrodite. What are you doing, lads? No, we've got the Shrine to Vulcan. Shrine to Vulcan's everywhere, please. I think it's only Tarentum. I haven't done that in so far. If you are just jumping into this series, do note these cannot rebel. There is no issue with any of this nonsense, so I'm just going to leave those fairly empty as much as I can get away with. Yes, this guy couldn't quite make it to battle him, which is a little bit annoying because now we've got to fight this as a battle in above the city, which means the oranges are most likely not going to be that useful. Let's give these guys a poke. Now, I want this to be controlled by the AI. No, I don't. But if I right click on this, it's going to reset that. So we'll just head into battle. We'll take them out. It's just the leftovers from last time. Game thinks it's fairly even. We'll see. Let's get going. Here we are outside the city then, and the onager isn't quite in range to shoot them. If someone wants to wander over here, then we can get a good pot shot out. But for now, we're going to run around the back, hopefully dodging a few javelins as we go. This unit's at the front here. My idea with them is hopefully to eat a javelin or two. But we will see about that. You're not supposed to get caught, sir. You're supposed to take care of the archers. So if you could do that, that would be perfect. These guys, honestly, if they want to run towards the walls, they are most welcome to. Urban cohort can start throwing those in. Legionary cohort is probably going to have to start running at this point just to make sure it's supporting us. If you want to, bring them over in this direction, that'd be fine. If nothing else, you can hopefully just eat up their javelins. That might be the best idea. And whilst we're at it, actually, they might hit their own guys in the back, and now we're in tower range. This is what we want to see. Good. So, those guys distracted by the general. We should be able to deal with them in good time. There's a shots! That hopefully will have some wildly inaccurate shots which will help us. Ballista shots going from the tower now starting to do some excellent work. If they want to come near the towers, we can just run around them, actually. Much better idea. We've got some light Samnite mercenaries. Might as well use those for that job. So, Samnites, run them around the walls. That'll be absolutely excellent. Archers are still being taken care of by us. Good news indeed. The chasing unit are starting to get shot down by the ballistas, which is excellent good news. Oh, these guys need to keep running. Use your speed! Run away, my good sirs! They've got their extra boost of speed when they charge in, which is not the best. They've run away. Well done, sirs. Well done. Now you're going to get yourself killed. What you need to do was run. Literally, you're quicker than them. Anyway, let's not worry about this too much. They're going to throw a few javelins. We're going to smash into the side of them. That's a nice hit. We'll pull them. They would have to run quite close to us at this point to have any issues with that. Right. Can we do the same thing, actually, please? Guys, just run, actually. Just run. you get yourselves over here. That is what I want to see. This unit is now trapped in between our 2 units. Hopefully, a good charge will do the job. My general needs to come over here and start helping us out. Actually, good. Right, there are some javelins coming in from all sides. That's not very good for us. Come on, you're supposed to throw them in. Get them going. You've been standing there for so much longer than them. Okay, you're on that job. General is coming in to smash them in the back. The rest should be taken care of by just a series of flanking manoeuvres and shots from the towers, hopefully. That's really the plan here. Okay, you guys just run, actually. Don't actually engage. Maybe just turn around at this point. There comes the charge. That should do some good work to them. That has broken them. Good. Good. A bit more costly than I wanted, but it's done the job, and that's the main thing here. I think they might just be fleeing largely at this point. These urban cohort can get themselves charged in by a couple of units. We're steady. Okay, just get the charge in. Just sandwich them. 2 units of Samnites should be fine. They won't, but they should be. Right, here comes the squeeze. Old school Italians against the heavy lads, but I'm sure they'll be able to squeeze them out, he says, sure. They are really badly suffering, and they should just break. But they're not breaking, they're broken! Good news. Good news. Right, you chaps, start moving yourselves forward. If we can pull them back in, actually, that'll be better. So let's just pull back a tiny bit. Let's get ourselves regrouped just a little bit. Use the towers as much as possible, Thomas. Oh, they've broken. They were miles away. They were so far away. Absolutely useless. I mean, they were generally so far away from that unit is actually sickening. Oh well, you just keep running that direction. I'm sure we'll deal with those guys in time. What is left, by the way? Very little indeed. Yeah, I think it's just this one unit. Looks like the last few men are fleeing, which means the Samnites are going to fail once more to do their job. Bit of a shame, but hey-ho, it's a victory, and we'll take that. A few losses on our side, but honestly, it's mostly useless Samnites. So with that, we've at least managed to push back one of the 2 forces. Our Eagle, of course, sits over in Segesta, so we need to take that back in time. My general can get in the town, so possibly best that he does. Can you make it? He can't. It's all very strange right now. Okay, you get in the city. We've got a little bit in here and get some retraining done, and just a legionary cohort, just whatever we can get, quite frankly. So that's all right. We managed to survive a turn here. Hopefully this doesn't tease them into the city to kind of attack us. Maybe it will. Who knows, eh? Well, not being the worst turn in the world, so we'll see what comes next. Straight back under siege is what happens next, and we have got ourselves some interesting options here. Now, this guy is a drill master, and frankly, as much as I could do with someone, I could really do with someone who's not going to be so useless to me. Plus, the command isn't really worth it if he's got all of that, but he could be good second in command, I suppose, being in the wars. As long as he's not the actual commander, he isn't terrible, but he's going to have to... No, he's going to have to support what's coming to back us up over here. So they could come in at any time. They've got an onager. I really shouldn't have left this guy in the city. Really shouldn't have left that guy in the city. Okay, what have we got? We've got all of this and this. It's not a lot, is it? I've got to bide my time as much as possible here. Send in all of the forces. All of the forces. What have we got over here? Some you can't... Oh, you can get to the outside of the city. Not quite near enough. Okay, you, sir, get yourself here. You can do something, and we'll get another unit of legionary cohort next time. Fine. End of turn report. Money is coming in. We have no issue with that. Settlement besieged. We know that very much. Lots of shrines being sorted out, so we'll just get those all set up. That was the same town, Thomas. Useless. I am truly useless. Okay, with that, we can think about this army here. So, Apollonia. Their forces are wandering around, but they haven't grouped together in one big force. So I reckon I can afford at the moment. Let's try and keep my force together here. Let's leave one of these behind, mind you. And can we can land about there. Good. Well, we'll just make sure we get the general off first to put the place under siege. There are mercs. Let's get all the mercs we possibly can. That's good. Some Cretians isn't a bad thing at all. Now we've got ourselves nearly a full stack. That is what I want to see. We'll auto-resolve again because I've only got a few men here. That was not the best decision in the world because auto-resolving this for something it just killed the mercenaries, which isn't really ideal, but hey, it's fine. We can just use them as garrison. They're not going to do very much at this point in the game, realistically. So there we are. Pantheon, again, nothing too interesting, but you might have to do, wow, a lot more repairing this time. Quite frankly, and that's a bit irritating, but not the end of the world. We get some archers in the meantime because we can't get anything much else. But we're just going to continue to give them a bit of crippling, which is ideal. Not sure about their boats. I say that I have full vision, so I can see there's some over here, but nothing that can take me down by the looks of it. It's good. It's good to see. Right, we're just going to keep on leaping from town to town here. We'll take the Peloponnese if we can in any way, shape or form manage that. So a couple more legionary cohorts, just get those one turn lads out. That will do for us. Over here, keep sending men to Tarentum. In fact, keep sending them over to the port there, probably for the best. Okay, further north, we are getting ourselves more and more men. These chaps can't quite make it, but they can go to Rome and they can join in next time. That's not a problem. Hopefully they won't come and attack this turn, but if they do, we've got a fighting chance, maybe. I say that there are some... well, it's a bit of a mix, actually. That's a weakened unit. It's early legionary. The Telai gladiators are fine, but unspectacular. If I've got a couple units of cav over them, I'll be fine. The problem I've had so far is I've been fighting infantry battles. Now, if you know me on this channel, I'm a cavalry commander. I have a basic line of infantry, so when I give me some infantry that can actually do something, then I just start thinking they can do everything because obviously everyone says they're so brilliant. But frankly, as far as I'm concerned, a full army of cavalry is all one ever needs, particularly if they're cataphract archers. But sadly, we're not Armenia, so we won't have that here today. Just make sure we've got everything building something here. Tarentum, to be honest, Scriptorium is fine. They've got a port after that. They've got a temple, and they can get building on, yeah, just some of the farming. That'd be perfect. Okay, I possibly should consider at this point, though, getting out... should I get diplomat? It's not really worth it, is it? Scipio seem to be quite content to chill out with me. They haven't got a lot going on here. They're probably largely struggling just to hold things down, so don't have to worry about them too much. I'll see any sneak attack coming, so yeah, let's not worry about them. I believe all the other Romans are still friendly with each other. Not sure if they'll ever go to war. Hopefully they will, but we will see about that. Hey, well, let's end our turn and see what comes next. Next turn then, and we've got ourselves a new benefactor. He has got Drill Master as well, but he's going to be second command, so I'm not so worried about that on this occasion. We'll leave behind a couple of these guys just to hold as garrison, and in the meantime, we could go around to Larissa actually and snipe it from underneath them. We'll distract them a little bit, and this army is probably the one we'd rather face them with. You know what? Let's do that. Yes, we'll go ahead in here, smash that one down, clear victory. Another 290 odd going. It's not the best, but it's not terrible either. Get ourselves more mercs as we're here. Do we have room for them? We do indeed. So that's Larissa gone. It's not a problem in public order, of course. We will turn the tax rate very high. I'm not sure I did that here. Indeed, I didn't. We'll just continue to get these lads retrained. Fine, 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 fine. This is good. This is very good, because now, where are they going to go? Where are they going to attack? They've got the option of Larissa here, but that's the full-on army. They can go to Apollonia, sure, but I'll just continue to wipe all of this from behind them. That is beautiful. And I reckon every turn, every single turn they wait to get to Apollonia, I've got a chance to get my units. 2 more urban cohort coming in a couple turns. So they're going to have a few issues with that, I reckon. Now, do I even need this boat here? I probably can send it straight back over in this direction, actually. So that is good news. Good news for me. I might take this little trireme off. We don't need that anymore. fine. Now, we have some annoying rebels over here. Seems a bit silly to get a diplomat at this point, but I will get one. Only because... only because I wouldn't mind getting the rebels on side, or at least out of the way. I might just bribe this lot. As for this army, you need to go and join up right now. We have a bit of a better force. We should be okay to try and hold them off with what we have here. If we can get into the city, then you have 10 on the onagers. So not a huge amount of ammo. We have epic stone walls, so yeah, they'll be able to knock down the gateway, but maybe that'll be it with that amount of crew. It should affect the amount of ammo, but I'm not 100% on that actually. We'll see. Resistance is futile, of course, and it looks like I'm well under control. It really doesn't look like anyone else is coming for us. I wouldn't mind going for the Scipioni, but to be honest, they're not a threat right now. They're not really doing anything. Their armies are still just bumbling around all of the Middle Sahara, as they love to do. They haven't even done anything to take back this at the moment, so yeah, this works for me. Better keep an eye on where the rest of these Brutii armies are. There's still a little bit of force up by Britain, but the Britons seem to have to hold... well, they've lost the city, but they seem to have a little bit of the advantage of numbers. Germany, they seem to have a few more armies, and indeed, definitely up by Scythia, because they just took that. So, need to be slightly wary of that in the future. But by then, I think their empire would have already collapsed. It's going well. If we can just make sure that we win this tight little battle up in the north, we'll be okay, because there are more forces coming, and we need... we probably need these forces in this direction, actually. I think that is what I'm going to do. Send these north, send them north, over to Rome, and let's get more and more troops out of here. Praetorian Cav wasn't the best idea right now, Thomas, but since we've got it down, we might as well continue with it. And honestly, Urban Cohort is just the way I need to go. Let's get that diplomat. Let's get myself an Urban Cohort, and then we'll get ourselves a Legionary First Cohort. Well, it's good to have those around to give us the morale boost if we use any of the units properly, of course. Nice. So, I reckon it's just a waiting game right now. Are they going to come in? They've got some siege equipment. Likely they will very, very soon. Oh, indeed, they want to do it, and I'm just a little bit scared, if I'm honest, because whilst these aren't the most elite units, they do have a big stack, and some of the strongest lads have some beefy experience on them. Now, not a lot of siege equipment, not a lot. They have any heavy onagers. It's a depleted unit, and they've got one ram. Not going to do anything. One tower, one sap. So that's fine. They'll obviously be able to beat us trying to get into the town, but with the reinforcements in hand, we are going to be in very good position to try and hold epic stone walls. I reckon we've got it, because we've got the city defence 2 to 3. They do say, the military tacticians do suggest you need a 3-to-1 ratio in a siege, and I reckon we'll be fine. But we're not in the city ready to defend it. We might be tired by the time we arrive, so let's see about that. Let's hit him.
I am known as something of a philosopher. Some ask me, why are we here? The answer is often complicated. But today, we are here to kill all those bastards! I want to see blood. I want to bathe in their blood. I want to bathe in their blood for a week. Now, kill them all!
A rousing speech, I'm sure you agree, but they are very much lacking in their siege equipment. I'm a bit underwhelmed by the look of their force here, so maybe the portents are good for us here. Now, the sap point is facing just about the same position as last time, so luckily our good old Oninger is ready for some splat time. Now, it might fail, of course, but that's not a bad position for us. The Oninger's over this side, and actually there's a good angle for it there as well, but sadly I can only be in one place with that guy, so we'll have to see how it goes. Reinforcements will come from over here, it looks like, so yeah, we should be able to catch up with them in good time. Shouldn't be too bad, actually. Not the best amount of towers here, which is unfortunate, but oh well, we'll have to do the best we can. Obviously with the siege tower over there, I don't want anyone on the wall to be ballisted. Can probably afford someone over here, but honestly I'd rather it just be the Samnites to hold position and not really waste my good guys. I really need to block any of the main entry point with the walls that might get destroyed. So yeah, we'll probably keep these guys down the ground for now. We'll see where they come in, and we'll go from there. Hopeful news indeed, but yeah, they need to enter the battlefield sometime soon, and they seem to be taking their time. Of course, this guy's a little bit injured. Now, the Onager is going to have a go at us pretty much straight away. Could do with interrupting that if at all possible. So let's get my 2 units of cav just to sort of charge them down. Now, I learned last time that Siege Tower is going to murder me if I start running out my general, but it might have to be done. Now, actually, it would be the worst idea if they damaged it enough that we couldn't walk along here, just because that way they couldn't go take any towers if they happen to get control of the wall. So a little bit of damage isn't the worst thing. But yeah, I do need to get these troops to come join me. And honestly, that Onager there is never, ever going to join the battle, is it? No, it's not. Right, these chaps can all run over here. We'll decide at that point if we want to go in the city or if we want to go around the city. I'm not sure what the best plan will be. I think they're waiting for the sap point and the Onager once again. So we'll see about that. But the sap point isn't doing anything yet. So yeah, maybe we'll take out this Onager and it will just minimise their options. The wall is starting to crumble, but it's only 30% and our cavalry is pretty much here ready to run them down. Haven't done too much at the sap point. It's starting to get on its way, but that's absolutely fine. I'll move my men over there because it looks like that's going to be their only entry point down here. Let's get these guys around the side, please. Legionary cav are over in this position. Let's get them around the side. My general just to pull out because we're about to get way too much damage into us. Get our cav to hit them. Good. Right, we've got Praetorians, they've got legionaries. We should be fine to win this, particularly with a cavalry charge or two. That's the Onager broken, so hopefully we can get rid of this guy pretty quickly. Come on, get a bit of a counter charge. At least the Onager's gone, that's the main thing. Let's pull the cavalry out and we'll start pulling the rest of these guys towards the wall. Because honestly, I might as well start shooting them down. This wall has, stopped at 38%. The ram moved an inch and is instantly burnt down. The tower is starting to run up against the walls, which probably means I need to start moving these guys towards the sap point. So, best position for them, I suppose, is going to be right here. And they're going to have to do as much as they possibly can to hold off the attack. Now at the top, it's going to have to be the Sam Knights, unfortunately. They're just going to have to do the best job they can do whilst we win the battle down here. The rest of our units are into the city at this point. Yes, indeed they are. We need to get them round. It's actually not that far, so we should be okay to get them here. Just run them over here. They're going to be knackered, but honestly, the spare numbers might make all the difference in the end. So get these... Yeah, actually, not you. Let's get the 2 cavalry units over here just to turn into them. We'll pull a couple units out, but it's not going to have done a huge amount of work. Oh yeah, that's just the warning about them having reached the walls. We'll pull out just to make sure that we get the charge in. That should be the general right there. I hope so. Anyway, the Vitelli gladiators are into us. Pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out. Right, this is taking far too much effort just to deal with a couple units, but the Onagers, at the very least, have been dealt with. Obviously was their main objective here. The tower, if we pull them in, should do the rest of the job. At this point, the general in the city might as well actually come out because the tower is not in a position to shoot at him. That means, hopefully, we can use him to support a little bit. There is actually an Onager coming around. He might one day reach the battle. That would be amusing, but I don't think he's going to achieve an awful lot, to be honest. Get this general out here. He can come in and help. Good. That has broken those Vitelli gladiators. Get the cavalry all together in one place. My infantry, where's my extra infantry? They're coming just a little bit too slowly. Fine. They'll get here eventually, but it might be a little bit later than I want. Okay, there are some Sam Knights both sides, but honestly, they're not in the best position here. We're just going to do what we can with them. Just hold for a little while, please. That technically wasn't far enough away to have killed me. That's very good news indeed. Right, ooh, good time to pause. Took him down, and that is a few units taken care of. A few of them now are distracted. We're going to pull them out of position. That means the cavalry can start to do their work. In the meantime, The walls need some proper guarding. Let's go take out those archers. They are well out of position. And you, sir, you can just lead people around into an awkward position. Now, over here, we've got ourselves these chaps ready to throw in. You are ready to shoot at whatever you like, which works for us, because as they come in, we know that the splatter does good work. Now, how are we doing up here? Not great. It should be said they're both routing. I need them up here now, actually. Like, right now. I might have to divert all of them up here. I reckon, actually, that will be okay. I reckon that will be okay, because we can hold this gate pretty well, I reckon. Now, that's them overwhelmed. Yeah, we can get around. We can get around the side of them. Get these cav around. That'll do the job that we need them to do. Archers are pretty much in position on the wall now, actually. Archers are getting here. That's good news. Things are starting to come into place. The timing is almost perfect for us. Early legionary cohort, they're getting ballista shots into them. They are taking care of what they need to over there. The onagers aren't quite shooting right now. It doesn't look like it anyway. You pull yourselves back out of there. 2 generals here. I can't really afford to lose them. Just pull them out into this position. That will do the job. These cav, just bring yourself back around. I think that'll be absolutely fine. We can use these guys just to get into them. Hopefully that will do the job. Start to cover. Get around the back. Get around the back. Get around the back. You guys start splattering them. And my general can start hitting these guys. Right, this is a little bit manic and all over the place. But, if nothing else, we are getting them into all sorts of awkward positions. We've managed to splat the sap point, which is kind of funny. The walls belong to the enemy. Oh, this is not good. Not good at all. Okay, they've got a couple men up there. You need to get yourself up there right now. Right now. You're supposed to be getting up onto that tower. Go and grab it back for us. We need it under our control, or we're going to start getting ourselves shot. Yeah, unfortunately that's the problem with the Sam Knights up there, but I'm not too worried because we've largely taken out the rest of them. If we need to, we can always take people out a little bit. So you pull out. That has got them routing. This onager can just stop for the moment because we're a little bit worried about what it's going to do. We've largely won this, actually. It's just the guys in the walls, apart from... Oh, yeah, obviously they've opened the gates. They've opened the gates. And the archers, just shoot at them. Just shoot at them. More Samnite mercenaries, just get up there, do anything. In fact, just get down here, do something. Anything, please. Now, fine, they've got the walls, but I was going to say we had the rest, but they're broken. Why are you broken? There's literally no reason for that. No reason for that whatsoever. Generals need to start doing something else. This isn't ideal. You are supposed to go straight through into these chaps here. Do your job. We've unfortunately lost a lot of our advantage thanks to the fact that the tower's turned away from us. So you guys get a charge in. These cav can hopefully do something by smashing to these guys, but people are starting to break, which is really ridiculous, to be honest with you. Shouldn't be the case, but it is. Flaming arrows down here. That's why we took up this position. It's for that scenario, should it happen, which unfortunately is at this point. The oil's going to come down, but that'll hurt them as well as us, maybe. No, it didn't. But if nothing else, those cavalry can do their last bit of work, and our general can get back inside. The onagers never really got involved, but it shouldn't matter too much. Flaming arrows are starting to do their job, which is excellent. They've done their work up here. By the way, archers on the walls, shooting at units on the walls, is amazingly effective. Absolutely brilliantly effective. If you watch my Rebel campaign, I think episode 4 of that, a lot of my aim card comes from it. Position awfully like this. Yes, it works very, very well indeed. Let's send in the generals. We'll finish this up now because we've pretty much done it. Just a couple units, one up here and a couple down here as well. General can blow the Horn of Destiny. That should be fine to do it. That's actually us breaking. Blow the horn. That'd be absolutely fine. And we'll enjoy these lads up here, giving them a bit of a smouldering welcome. One of the units down there is breaking, and this time it's not mine. Urban cohort are going down. Our archers are not quite defeating these guys. They're giving them a poke. I reckon up here we can do our own work, and down there, that... Yes, it's done it! Well done, archers! The archers have totally won us the battle here. That is magnificent stuff. Generals are pretty low on health, but the gateway... Oh, the gateway's not ours. We need to be very careful about that. Get one small unit who's alive. Anyone alive? Any of my men alive? Get yourself up here, please, and we'll take control of the tower. Generals, get yourself back here, because that tower technically isn't ours, and that's going to cause us quite a few problems if you start running through there. Now, yeah, just keep shooting the flaming arrows in. Ignore your melee weapons. Flaming shots. Again and again and again. Eventually, we are going to get the flanking on them. Beautiful, actually, if we got our own onager to shoot down our wall at this point. Can we do that? You're nowhere near. That would have been perfect. It'd all just be killed right there. But it doesn't matter too much. We've got these guys climbing up the wall to finish that up. The tower is ours once again, which means we can send the cavalry out to mop up all that remains. They're going to be stuck. They're going to be stuck fighting these archers for a while. We are burning a few of our crispy Tims, but those few men aside, there we go. We're now coming in to give them a little flanking manoeuvre. That should pave the end for these Brutii attackers. They've turned their backs to us now, and that is perfect. That has done the trick. They had to turn around for the urban cohort, and that has ended them. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Turn off the fire after one more round of crispies. There we go. They start to fall down. They are not completely indestructible. Probably should have caught those few men as they ran away. I think we've actually won. It's just the game when they're routing on the walls doesn't give you victory until they're actually dead. Here we go. So, just about. Can we just push him off? There we go. He fell. Yay! Hi, Tim. There he is. He's kind of merged into the wall at this point. We'll have a little statue down there to remember the last man to fall in the great defence of the new city of Herennius Carbo. Beautiful. Helios Afranius over here. We'll take him because, frankly, I'll take anyone right now. But, of course, the city needs to be renamed after Herennius Carbo over here. So, let's just change that around. Yes. Beautiful stuff. I guess we're going to have to underscore it, aren't we? No, actually, we have a space. That's absolutely fine. Beautiful. So, Herennius Carbo there. Can be reinforced. Ooh. Ooh, the Julii are here. The Julii are here, and they want to take over the town. Okay, we can do a little bit of merging here, just to make sure that we can still train a unit. That'll be fine. Get ourselves another legionary cohort. They're coming in. But that's okay. That is okay, because... right, well, it's not perfect. We'll get another unit for the start anyway. What we need is you to join up. Can you make it? You can make it as well. Beautiful. Okay, we've got a little bit here. They've smashed up those rebels who I was trying to be friends with. I'm not sure I could be friends with them even if I spoke to them. Scipii, can we just get a ceasefire? You chill with that. Would that be good? Yeah, good. We have a ceasefire with the Scipione, which is nice news for us. Just a little bit more peace of mind as we start moving ever onwards. I reckon all these troops just need to head north to Rome at the moment. I don't think I can do much else with them. So you two head there. We know we can make it there in 2 turns. That is good news. The road system is just about good enough, although Capua does need to get an upgrade on that front. Why they haven't built highways yet, I don't know. But there we are. So, Apollonia. Oh, they haven't actually gone anywhere. They're just standing out in the field. Could we beat them here? I don't know. I don't know if we could, to be honest with you. Now, we could come here, skip across around to Corinth. It's probably easier just to take the road to Athens. I'm going to take the road to Athens. Honestly, they take back Larissa in the meantime. I do not care. If we can make it to Athens... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Or should we just kill this guy? No. No, let's do as much damage as we can. You get to Athens, put it under siege. We'll send the siege equipment onwards with you. Yep, do that. Send them all. We are technically able to walk in So we'll do that once more. I left the mercenaries with me, but this time we got away with it a little bit more. So, marvellous stuff. Let's merge those together. I know it did do the merge, just didn't do it on the screen up here. So we'll just get all of those retrained actually. Get one more legionary cohort, repair up the town, and get rid of the shrine to Zeus because it's completely pointless, of course. Very high tax rate, and Greece is under more and more of our control. This is a bit of a barnstorming affair right now. We'll send these over to Larissa. Just give us a tiny bit more there. It's not a lot, but it will have to do for now. It's a couple of legionary cohorts because they'll be solid should we need to defend the town. And we'll continue with the same kind of principle elsewhere. A unit of archers on the walls does help just for the morale, so we will do that. And then we'll just get back to urban cohort because it's probably the best way of doing things. Over into Rentham, we probably should be doing the same at this point actually. So yes, I reckon we will do exactly that. Start bolstering those forces. Good news. I might actually just switch around here. Get myself a heavy onager because it's always good to have them. Just walk into cities that way. Especially around here where the cities are very close by. Fine. It's a right old barnstorming affair this, but I'm kind of enjoying this very high octane civil war here. It's a bit brutal. The Skippy eyes start the civil war. I forgot. As long as I'm at war with any of them, it automatically re-triggers the war. That's annoying, isn't it? Okay, well, on the plus side, the Brutii eyes don't have any forces up in the north. So we can send our army down south to take these guys on. And they are trash. Absolute trash overall. So we can take care of them right here, right now. I would probably be happy enough to take care of the city with all of those units in the town if they want to attack it, but no, we're gonna send our army back south for it. Oh, maybe we should just take Ariminum. That could be funny, but no, we won't do that right this second. Oh my days, the Brutii are sending their force in this direction. They are starting to arrive, but if I can actually, good point. Do I want to... No, I'm going to relieve Rome. I'm going to relieve Rome. And at that point, I need to race to Patavium. Because that will allow me to plug 2 gaps. And with those plugged, their number advantage doesn't mean anything. We can hold them off at a distance. Or we can just use the bridges, of course. Yeah, that could work for us as well. Use our range to help us out. Okay, this could be interesting. This could be very, very interesting indeed. Let's try and get some... let's try and make a demand of a region for this. Let's just... What do we want? What do we want? We could... Oh, you know what? Let's just not bother with that. It's too much problems, actually, to deal with that. Britain diplomat. How about an alliance? Let's be friends. I've got no beef with you. There we go. There's an alliance. I have a friend. Woohoo! The only people left alive who won't automatically be at war with me. Yeah, it is just the Bretons and the Romans at this point. That's slightly depressing. Okay, well, we'll leave some of these terrible, terrible Samnites in the town. That'll be fine. I'll just literally leave that once. Oh, I can't take the onagers with me. That's a bit of a shame, but it's okay. We can do this without them. So... let's just make sure we've taken care of our business first and foremost. Over here, we'll retrain those useless lads. We'll get a few more men in. How far can they get this turn? Not all the way to Ariminum. So we can still go and get that next turn. Okay. We'll clear up Rome. And we'll move on to there. Good. Plan is just about fitting together beautifully. Now, is Spurius any good? No, he's not. He likes to drink. But that's only bad for management. That isn't a boost to anything in terms of morale. Lovely. Herennius Carbo, on the other hand, as a casual adulterer, the men love him. Although he likes his blood a little bit too much. I would say he's kind of had to enjoy blood a little bit too much, if anything. But oh well, it's all fine. Let's head in. Let's slaughter them. In the end, they have how many Town Watch are here? I mean, they're just asking for routes with some of these units. I'd rather, I mean, they're 4 experience, they might not route too easily, but yeah, you're asking for problems when you've got this many town watch. They really are lacking in decent infantry here. We should be fine, but we need to take care of the cav. Do we have a cav advantage? We probably do, actually. We have 3 generals with good armour and shields. Fine, we'll do that. We'll take out their cav, take out their oranges, and then we'll just pick them apart. Let's go. It does look like an awful lot of men, I must say, but they're very distracted by the fact that we've got some infantry in behind them here. Now, yeah, they sent half of the force around the back. This unit of cav is going to try and snipe that unit off. Might as well get our cavalry into theirs, actually. Get them all onto one side. If we can try and snipe these guys off nice and early, I'll be quite happy with that. Just take care of the oranges. They're kind of irritating, so we're probably in quite a lot of trouble actually over here. Good, we've kept them distracted. You guys pull out of there. They're the Roman cav. They're not very good, but you probably shouldn't get yourself killed. The whole point is that we are able to snipe them off. We've got the cav advantage. Let's not ruin that. Into the light auxilia, into the back. That'll be perfect. Those cav can come back into it. All of you turn and smash them. Good news. Right, we've got for a slightly chaotic start there. I'm happy to leave both lines of infantry on either side of the battlefield. Light auxilia will go down to a cavalry charge very simply indeed. Get on top of archer auxilia again. Easy, easy, easy. They're not even fighting this in a very sensible way. Not that I mean, it's a little bit chaotic, full stop, but I've managed to pick off a couple units already, which is going to work in my favour because I can slowly cause them all sorts of problems, especially if I can get rid of their cav and start getting into their rear. These guys are going to take a last-minute pot shot at the general. Come on, get those javelins in. It'll count if he goes over the line. It doesn't. No, he's too far away. That is so sad. Oh well. He's off the battlefield. It's not the end of the world because, quite frankly, it would have been quite easy to murder him. Let's just send everyone thundering in this way. They seem to be retreating now anyway. So we'll just make sure we plough into whatever of theirs still wants to be here. I don't think many of them do, to be honest, especially when we get these cav into their flank. Oh yes, I'm much happier once you give me a few units of cavalry. The battle is going to end much sooner this way. Get them completely squeezed out of the battle. Just pull out those cav, actually. There they are. They've done the job at this point. Now, what have we got over here? These 2 units of infantry. Just charge into those lads. And the rest of them, yeah, just the rest of my cavalry, really. So that will do very nicely indeed. These infantry over there, they're barely even needed at this point, but they might as well get on with something. This cav's going to start swinging around the side. Well, this went incredibly nicely, didn't it? It's good to have much stronger units than the opponent. Works out very well. Let's start, charge these guys in. I reckon they're just all going to melt. Melting like Swiss cheese. That's what we want to see. Fondue for Christmas and victory for the Senate. Oh, yes. Give me some cav and I will burn your town down. Well, that was a fairly efficient murder there. 99% down. Pretty much just the general who got away, which is a little bit sad. But, oh well. It's not the end of the world. He will run back to his town, which, yeah, that is a bit irritating because he's going to have all of his men back now, isn't he? Indeed he is, but there we are. We will turn the army around. We'll grab all of these lot. They might as well merge, but quite frankly, we're going to send them all anyway. So we'll do that. 56. You know what? We can retrain them. We'll retrain them. We can manage to do that. And with that, we will start heading back north and finish off the Julii in Italy. Great news. And this army, ooh, yes, some urban cohort can join us. We've got ourselves nearly a full stack here to go and take good old Ariminum. That's looking very good indeed. Rebels, let's see if they want to be friends. I don't know if I can have this chat with them. They seem to be able to ask me for an alliance every so often. So I guess we should be fine. Oh, of course, down in Athens we have yet more fun to do. Let's grab our army and let's keep on moving ever onwards. We'll leave the mercs behind, apart from, I guess, one unit who we'll use to walk into the next town. So we'll take this as well. Thank you very much, Corinth. You're now ours. That was plagued. That was plagued, Thomas. Well done. Oh. I've ruined everything. Fine. Into Sparta. Take that too. Plague that too. Whatever. It's fine. We plagued the army. We'll just sit out the plague now. Okay, well, we've done our job. We've done our job. And now we're just going to hope we don't die, which is less than ideal. But, okay. Well, I guess what are we going to do at this point? We're just going to wait for that to bleed itself out, I suppose. Meanwhile, we'll just have to do our best. Do our best with the rest of the force we've got. We've got plenty of positions to pull them out to. The armies are arriving, but even if we don't even hold these for very long, it's only giving us money. That's for sure. We need to change a few of these pantheons around on that note, by the way. Yeah, giving us a bit of money to get everything going. So I want to do a bit of smashy, reorganise the empire, and we'll get on. Yeah, sorry, headphone users. Yeah, we'll get on with the rest of our lives. And of course, the statue of Olympia. Plus, we're bonus to loyalty in all settlements. And whilst this matters not to me, it did matter greatly to the Brutiites, whose empire stretches over from Campus Sakai all the way to the Atlantic. And I would assume they're going to start having a few problems as a result of losing that. They've already lost, well, pretty much all of Spain to rebellion. And it looks like they've lost their Armenian holdings as well. And yeah, the Scipioni are just picking them up because they are the masters of rebellion, it seems, or masters of being rebelled against. I don't know how it works. Anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. The Scipioni, though, are losing their heartlands, so things are looking good for us right now. They are starting to bring their armies together, though, and with their forces arriving in northern Italy, we're doing to get moving pretty quick. So we'll end our turn, and yeah, we'll just keep an eye on this because there's a lot coming our way. Another young man wants to join the Empire. Well, assuming that he's not going to join the wrong force and get plagued instantly, that's fine. No, he's not over there. I'm not sure where he is. Possibly should have just followed the little alert there. That would have let me know, wouldn't it? Oh well, it's absolutely fine. Well, he's in Rome. That's not a problem. So we've got a new chap, been in the wars. Nice to have, I suppose. But Ariminum, the big one, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get our army into there. Now, we obviously need ourselves Oninger. So let's get him into the party. Sam Knight, it would be bad for running along the walls, but I'm not sure we even really need that. We'll send some of the cav over there. And I reckon we'll rather have the other unit of Oningers. So let's get you in there. And we're going to smash this down right now. Now, we can see to the north. Another army has appeared, but it isn't a huge amount. Rebels are not much of a buffer there. But we can win this, and we're not quite going to get to the Po River, are we? We should be able to get there with not quite the whole army isn't going to get there at all. Well, you know what? We hopefully can take care of some of these before the big reinforcements arrive. But I reckon our timing should be okay here. We're not doing too badly at all. Larissa is safe. Those armies are gathering together, which isn't ideal, but I'm kind of happy for them to sit around. Corinth is actually free from plague, which is actually very annoying in many ways because it means I'm one turn away from being safe from all that nonsense. Characters affected, a couple in here. It doesn't mean they're dead, luckily. He's 65 anyway, so he's pretty much dead. Not a lot I can do about it other than just wait it out, I suppose. Best not build a boat because I will never remember that one has the plague. Right, well, on the plus side, we have plenty of troops over here who can start to move over towards Larissa and give us a nice, confident buffer. Now, you, sir, I can't see if you have a plague at all. I can only see it when I'm on the captain view. I have to send him out of the town. If he does, then it's a problem. So, let's send everyone over to Larissa. Larissa now is looking pretty solid, actually. Pretty darn solid. Now, we have a few javelin men for the walls. We could do some more cav. Not quite sure what we want here. I'm going to get... let's get a basic on a job because that might just help us in terms of clearing out the city if that's what we need to do. Urban Cohort can run themselves over to the boat, get themselves lined up, and you know what? I reckon we can probably start to think about some other units here. Get the cav, because if you're going to come from a long distance, you might as well have some good movement points. That will help you along your way, and we'll get that built up very soon indeed. This is coming together. We're not doing too terribly. After a bit of a disaster at the end of last episode, we've managed to make this work for us, haven't we? It's not too shabby. Okay. We're actually going to hit the Temple of Nanike, obviously. That one works out, plus 3 experience. We can always retrain the armour at a Temple of Vulcan town, so that works out very nicely indeed. Actually a good way of mixing the two together. Always good to have specialist towns where you can, ideally, if you have time to train up your army properly, you can train them in the right place to make them as powerful as possible. So, yeah, I think we're starting to get enough of a force over here that we can actually defend Larissa quite comfortably. Well, not comfortably. Depends what these forces actually consist of, but we've got enough units there to be able to hold position. They're actually coming right now at Apollonia. Can these guys make it? They can't. But these guys maybe can. They can't either. That is a shame. That is a big shame, because if I had 2 units of them right there, that would make a big difference in the town. Well, for the moment, then we will simply get another legionary cohort. We can try and hold off, and we'll get some more men in this direction. Indeed, we can send this urban cohort down this direction. See if you can become our friends. You won't, but we can bribe you if nothing else. So that was very expensive, but it's given us some units. I do like that you can actually get the old troops at this point of the game by doing exactly that. That's very nice to remember, isn't it? Fine, we'll get the urban cohort down here. They'll be able to reinforce in a turn or two. Might be a good idea. What else do I have in this direction? Do have this general. I reckon we can send you down here. Yes, you come and support that particular campaign. Okay, I think, ladies and gents, we are going to leave it here for now. I'm going to get a bit more cavalry over here because I'm quite happy when I've got some cav. We'll continue to pump up the urban cohort and the first legionary cohort in Rome. And I reckon next time we're going to head in to Armenium, smash it up, knock out, well, not quite knock out the Julii because they've got 2 stacks over there in Aquincum, but be able to largely push the Romans out of Italy. And with that, their armies, or the bulk of them, are going to take a few more turns yet. And if we can get to the Po Bridge, we should be able to hold them off. So we'll see what these guys do next time. And it might all start to come together. Now, you might be wondering, how many episodes am I doing of this? Again, I'm not sure. Whilst I've taken quite a bit here, I know there's a big pile of armies coming. So I feel like I need to be at the position where I've broken the back of the resistance before I start to, really to call it an end. It's not going to be a long series. This is episode 3, of course, here. So, I don't know, might be 5. Either we're going to get smashed here by these guys and we're not going to be able to do much to resist them, or we are we're going to break through them, and then it's just going to be a matter of me painting the map purple. So we'll see about that. I reckon another couple episodes we'll see which way the wind is blowing. But for now, I will leave you. I'm Thomas, this is Tenacious Human, and this has been a not-so-pacifist campaign with SPQR. Thank you, and bye-bye. No! Not again! How did you lose to the archers? Anyone who's already got children, they've just been killed. Filthy pilchards, the lot I am. Oh, Steve! You were the best of all the Steves. Rum pam pa 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 pa.